Well, hello again, friends and neighbors. It's Neo Street back again. I made it to the second break again in another tournament on PokerStars, and so I'm. There were lesser number of entries this time, so it seems they leave the times for the breaks the same. So when there's less players, it's gonna go. You're gonna have less people alive at the second break. So right now I'm in 10th place out of 11, and the original number of entries is 187. The prize pool is 8 million and change, and the money up top is less than a million. It's 860,000. So I'll quickly check my stats. So I'm seeing the flop 28% of the time, and I've won 10 of 11 pots at showdown, which is great average, and I've won 5 pots without showdown. And so it's going to start up again shortly. And I'm hoping to, so I have to fade 2 players to make the final table of 9. One good thing is that I'm at the table that has 6 players instead of 5. So this table is getting hit by the blinds a little bit less than the other table. So what goes around comes around. So I'm in the big blind right now. So that was a forced bet, hoping it just checks around and that this guy doesn't come over the top of me. He's in 8th. Okay, so for some reason because of something that happened at the other table. So now I'm in 9th instead of 10th. Okay, so that I will let that one go. And so since I only make videos of the tournaments that I've gotten to the second break of, there are some things that happen to me, unlucky things that you don't get to see, which is probably just as well. Like one of the tournaments I played today before this one, I got knocked out by someone who shouldn't have been betting at all. Uh, okay, Jack 10 offsuit. Yeah, too many players with more chips than me. So yeah, I had an opponent who had a 9-6 offsuit, and I had I forget exactly what I had, but it was a much better holding than that. And I had a pair. I think I flopped a pair of jacks with a good kicker. Like I think I might have had ace jack, and so the opponent on that hand, I he ousted me from the tournament by spiking a 6. He had a 9. He'd made a pair of 9s on the flop, and he spiked a 6 on the river to end my tournament. So it reminded me of when I used to play. When I used to write a blog for many years, and so I would have funny titles for them. So I thought that it was apropos to read you just a little bit of one of my blog posts from back in September of 2012. The title of it was called "Bad Players Considered Harmful." And here it goes. Bad players, as a general rule, are good to have at your table. This is especially true in cash games. However, in tournaments, bad players can sometimes cripple your stack with their inexplicable plays. So I would consider that person with a 9-6 offsuit seeing my bet as an inexplicable play. So let's go back and see where I am in this. So now I'm in 8th, so I'm doing nothing, but things are happening at the other table. No one's been knocked out yet, though, because there's still 11 players. Oh, someone just got knocked out. So now we're down to 10, and I'm in 9th place. That's an easy fold. So with 10, there should be 5 at each table, and that's true. Yeah, the software always puts you at the bottom of the table, no matter what. So that's the same perspective everyone has. The relative positions don't change, but they always put you at the bottom. which they didn't do in the beginning, but it makes some sense. So you always know where to look for your chips. Okay, so I'm not going to go all in for my tournament life, so I'll pre-fold this. And this person, if he didn't get called, if he got called, he would have been at risk. So now I'm in 10th. So I'm on the outside looking in to get to the final table. Pair of kings is excellent. So I'm just going to go with this one. All my chips are going in. What's left of them, 47-40. All going into the middle. Oh, whoops, I should have gone all in. It's okay. I can still go all in. I did the pre-check thing. So I'm a little bit worried about a possible flush, but okay, I scared him off. So that increased my stack, but I'm still caboose boy in 10th place. But it's closer than the last 3 places were all pretty close together. I'm not going to go all in for my tournament life on that one. I hope this guy gets called by this guy. Okay, so this guy is totally at risk. And we'll see. 72% that he's got a great 79% he's going to win. Yeah, oh, they split the pot. Okay, because the 5 made another pair on the board. Still in 10th. Still with someone this big of a stack behind me. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I'm just hanging around to get a money jump. Right now, the 10th place money is 156,000. 9th place is 172. So it's an extra 16 grand just by fading one person. So let's see if I can do it. And if I do, the lights will come on. And it always gives me a little thrill. It's silly, but it makes you feel good when you see the lights come on. So yeah, and in my blog, I always call it getting under the lights, as another phrase for another meaning for getting to the final table. Okay, so this person's all in. Okay, he had more chips than the other guy, so no one got knocked out on that one. But that put me in 9th. So now another person, this person is on the outside looking in. So I will check this. A suited ace is nothing to sneeze at. But I'm caboose. I'm not caboose boy, but I'm almost caboose. Oh, look. I flopped the nut, what they call the nut flush. A nut of anything is the best you can get. So I'm going to see if I can get someone else to bet. I'll bet on the river if no one bets here, but I'm hoping I can induce some people to bet, and then I'll go all in. 100% even. So that's called drawing dead. This player was drawing dead on the river because no matter what the river card was, he couldn't win. So that popped my stack up. I'm in 5th of 10th now, 5th of 10 now. So I have 23,000 in my stack. Put some color in my cheeks, yes sir. All right, queen 10 off. Well, now that I have more chips, I can be a little looser. Had to be pretty tight before. This person's gonna go all in, so I'll come along and see if we can get the lights on, get this person bounced out of the tournament. And it often happens when one guy is all in. It's a sort of implicit thing that you just check it down, and the other players, it's sort of collusion. They want to make sure that guy gets out. Okay, so he didn't get out, or she. Still in 5th. So yeah, when you get down to nearing the final table, it's pretty clear that the people who survived this, we got there. Here the lights are on. So someone just got knocked out. So this is the final table of 9. And I have the dealer button, which is a nice what thing to have when the final table starts. And I had cocktail napkins, so I folded them with extreme prejudice. So right now, so the least amount of profit I'll get will be 122 because the payout is 172 for ninth place, and the money jump for eight from ninth to eighth it goes up to 197. So that's an additional 25. So as you can see, the money jumps just increase, and they get kind of ridiculous towards the end. It's obscene, but it's nice to get there. So that's a little too rich for my blood. That's half my stack. So what I'm going to try to do here is just ladder up. All right, so someone's already out. It's already, now we're at 8th place money for 197. The next jump is 7th place gets paid 238. So that's another 41,000. So you can see the more you can stay in, the better it is. And every knockout now is a money jump. That's how they do it with the final table. Every knockout means you get more money, and every remaining player gets more money than they would have otherwise. So, yeah, 187 entries is pretty pitiful. Usually I see it around in the 200, high 200s or low to mid 300s. So 187 was not a good turnout. But I have a chance of coming in first, which I haven't done in quite a few years, probably like 3 or 4. It never gets old coming in first. But to do that, it means you have to survive heads up. And heads up is kind of fun. It's a different animal than when you have more opponents. So it's a feel. You have to rely more on gut instincts than anything else. And there's obviously more bluffing that happens when you're heads up. So I'm gone from this. So this person's at risk. Oh, he's in good shape now, very good shape. So he was at risk, but he won. So he might be near the top now. He's now fourth. Okay, King 10, I'll call that if no one raises up. Now I drop down to 6. So we're at seventh place money is 238. So yeah, too rich for my blood. Now I'm just sort of doing the ladder up thing. So 6th place plays 287,000. So that's another 49. Okay, so it pays just to be like a lamb sometimes, because when other people get knocked out, anyone who gets knocked out, you get more money. And I held the deal button this time so I don't get hit by a blind, so that's excellent. So 10-4 suited. Yeah, I'm just going to be Mr. Lamb for now. That's not a very good holding anyway. So if I had stayed in the hand and a 2 hit on the river, I would have had a straight. They call a wheel. An ace, a 5 high straight starts with an ace, but no such thing. Okay, so now the person in 7th has a dwindling stack. My stack is dwindling too. Easy decision on some of these things. All right, this is good. If this guy gets knocked out, it's a money jump for everyone else. Okay, he's a dog. He's a dog. He's a dog. He hit it on the river. You can never predict these thing. So now it popped up to 91. So now Com Kings is, instead of getting knocked out, he popped up to first place. And this guy took a huge hit in his stack. So ace suited ace, I'll take it. This person is in second place. Oh, really? Really? All right, I want someone else to get knocked out. I want that seventh place prize money. I mean, sixth place. It's right now the next payout is seventh place, so I want sixth place at least. 32. This is good. This is good. This person's getting knocked out. I just got a money jump. So now the next paying place is 6 for 287. So I'm just crawling up the ladder here. Crawling up. It seems like it shouldn't be allowed, but hey, all's fair in love and war in poker. Okay, ace jack is a good hand. So I've now had more than half my remaining stack in the middle, so the rest is going in. The rest is going in. But I don't have to bet it, but if someone bets, I'm going to call. Okay, I have top pair. I'm going all in. Top pair with the best kicker you can have. Huh, drawing dead. When you see 0% and the river hasn't come yet, that means the person was drawing dead on the river. So that means I'm still caboose boy, but I've got a much healthier stack than I did before that hand. So fifth place money will be 337,000, which would be 50 grand more than the sixth place money. So I want to get that fifth place money now. I'm just trying to crawl up the ladder. So this is the cocktail napkins. All right, I'm going to get hit by the small blind, and that's okay. A deuce, you never want to see a deuce unless there's another deuce. And even then, you probably don't want it. You're set hunting in that case. So this is a fold. So again, the money up top, if I ever get there, is 860,000. So that would take a huge chunk out of my. I'm in the hole for 1.5 million, so that would cut what I'm in the hole by half, over half. When I say 1.5 million in the hole, I mean for this year. My lifetime is still a profit of about 14.5 million. And so this is only the second year where if I don't get out of the hole this year, it'll be my second year I haven't made a profit during the year out of ever since 2009. So that's a pretty good record. So Jack 7 suited, but I'm caboose boy, so I'm just gonna try to ladder up. Come on, fight it out, big boys. Let the big stacks hurt each other. All right, well, I'm giving you a lot of dead air now. There's not much to say. I pretty much am in shove or fold territory. I shouldn't be calling if I should be shoving or folding. So suited king isn't so bad. So Com Kings is the chip leader. If he folds, I'm in. So we'll see what we see. Whoa, I got what's called trip kings. If I had two kings in my hand and one on the board, they call that a set. The set is better than trips, but trips is great, so I'll bet the minimum bet. Hope someone comes along. Hope they both come along. But likely they'll both fold. Oh, we got one caller. That's good. All the rest is going in. All the rest. Give it to me, baby. Give me your chips. Oh, well, he didn't, but now I'm in fifth. That gave me a chip infusion, so I bumped ahead of the person who's now in sixth. The suited ace and chips to spend, I'll call. All right, so I have what's called bottom pair. I paired the bottom card on the board, so I'll bet it, see what happens. I induce a fold, so that can happen sometimes. So now I'm in third, so things are looking up. That's a fold, and so the person up top has 92,000 chips, so that's more than double what I have. But again, as I've said before many times, the stack sizes just go up and down like pistons in a rotary engine, not a rotary engine, but a car engine. You see them go up, you see them go down. So never get too high, never get too low. I like being in the middle or the lower half actually, and just sort of hang out and hang out and hang out and let people knock each other out. But you can only do that if you stay ahead of the blinds, meaning the blinds get bigger and bigger, so you have to make sure your stack gets bigger and bigger over time, or else the blinds will eat it up and you're gone. But that's true for everybody. So that's a fold. Yeah, I like, I started my online poker career playing cash games, and I did that for several years. And then when I switched over to tournament, then I didn't go straight to tournaments. I went to sit and goes, which I like a tournament, but there's only 6 players in it. So once you're out, just like a tournament, but it's a tournament of 6 players only. So I did pretty well in the sit and goes until they changed up their entry fees. They made them more expensive, so it meant that what used to be profitable percentage for me of wins. Oh, and on a 6 player table, only 2 places get paid the way they work it out in on PokerkStars. So once I realized that it was a fool's game to play the sit and goes, that's when I switched to playing the tournaments. And I love tournaments the best. Cash games I don't like because there's no you have to be figuring out when, okay, I have a straight now, so I'll bet it. The software is nicely tells you what you have if you don't realize it yourself. I said that looks like a straight. Let me look what it says. So kind of silly. Now I'm in second, so I now have 55,000 chips, and I got king. So I'm gonna splurge a little bit and raise it on up and see what we can do. So anyway, what I was saying about cash games in turn is what I don't like about cash games is there's no logic to when you should stop playing. In a tournament, it's clear when you run out of chips, you're gone. You can't come back. And so I like the stricture and the structure of a tournament better than the freewheeling cash game. So I remember in one of my blog entries, I said that being in a tournament is like playing a tournament is like being a rat in a maze, but you know that everyone else playing is also a rat in the same maze. So it's an egalitarian kind of a thing. So this is a fold. So okay, now the lowest stack has 9 grand, 9,000 chips, and the blinds are at what? 3K and 6K. So okay, now we have fifth place money. Someone just got knocked out. Shit happens, and I don't even notice because I'm blabbing away. All right, so the fifth place money is now 337,000, and fourth place money is 411. So that is another 86. So the jump before that was 50, now it's up to 86K. So since I have a fairly decent stack, I can play a little looser. I can play more hands than I would be able to otherwise. So, and this is what's called a suited connector. Then they're cards that are one number apart in the same suit. So it's a suited connector. Now I have top pair here. So I'll put in a minimum bet and see if I get some people to come along. One came along. Two. So we'll see what we get. Five. I'm gonna double my last bet. Oh no, I won't. I'll just call because I still have a 9 high. So this is a little bit straighty. If there's a 6-8, if this person has a 6-8, they have a straight. I don't think they do though. But that jack kills my 9 if anyone has a jack. So I'll just check it. I'll probably take it down. Took it down. Yes, sir. I'm in first. Okay, I have 137,000. So I've just been talking and yabbering, and I'm now in first. So that doesn't mean I'll end up in winning, but it's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. So since I have a much bigger stack, I can do calls that I wouldn't have made otherwise. So I'll check this. Yeah, if he bets, this used to be the chip leader. Now he's in second place. So, wow. Yeah, any bet, I'm gone. Ace on the river is, you can't stomach that when you haven't even got a pair. Okay, so I have two faces here, Queen Jack offsuit. So I will call this. Oh, look, this person's got their tournament life at risk. So I've top pair, and I have a flush draw. So I'm betting. It's probably force a fold out of this one. We'll see what I do against 52. That's what I like. 31. Okay, he's gone, or she. So now there's only 4 players left, and I have a nice big stack. So the fourth place money is 411,000. The third place money is 510, so that's another 99. And so they just keep getting bigger and bigger, those money jumps. No complaints here. Okay, this person's in dire straits with a paltry number of chips. And I'm just going to play it smooth and see what happens. I'm not going to be a bully. Okay, now I'm going to be a little bit of a bully because I hit top pair here. Okay, that's another nice chip infusion. So now I have almost 1.5 times what the person in second place has. Oh, you see now, gold, silver, and bronze. So I've got the gold tag because I'm in first. And I really hope I get to heads up because I can chatter on about how fun heads up is. When you play in a tournament, you almost never get to play heads up. So it's fun when you finally do. And in the sit and goes, if you get to play heads up a lot more because there's only 6 players, and so you're going to end up in second in a heads up situation much more often. Okay, so that's another money jump. So I'm heads up now. Heads up against Calm Kings. So now I'll put my money where my mouth is. You almost never want to fold in before the flop and heads up. So I have a straight draw here. If a 5 or a 10 comes, I've got a straight, so I'll call that. Okay, I've got a straight, so I'm going to induce. I'll just call here, and then I'm going to put him over the top on the river, unless he hit his flush. But well, I won't get greedy. I'll do what's called a value bet. I think if I shoved, he would fold. But if I do a small bet, the smallest available, which is a big blind amount, he's going to call and he's going to lose. So, so the second place money is 641,000, and the first place money is 860. So that's another 189, I guess, 179. So good stuff. As I say, you never want to fold before the flop and heads up. So you never know what you can get. I have another straight draw here. Well, but it's a gut shot. If I get an 8, then oh no, it's an open-ended. I can get an 8 or a 3. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it all in for that. So it's a seesaw battle, and sometimes you. So he's almost at parity again. He's got 131,000. I have 148. So it goes back and forth. I don't know why they changed it to having white bills coming down. Usually it's green bills, so I'm not sure what this interface is trying to tell me. So there's a pair of eights. Yep. So now he's got more than me probably. Oh, it's very close. I have 140,000. He has 139, so it's neck and neck. So again, you never want to fold before the flop. Okay, I've bottom pair, so I'll bottom pair. A pair of any kind is good in heads up. Let me tell you, that'll probably induce a fold. Yep. So sometimes, and what you're trying to do is always disguise the strength of your hand. So bet in similar ways. Okay, here's the thing where now I know what I said, but 6-3 is just so bad. I'm not going to put another 16 grand in for it. So again, we're almost near exactly the same stack. Oh, that's a pair. Pairs are good. So we'll see. And sometimes you get a cooler. I have a set of fives now, so I'll bet the minimum bet. Set of fives is 3 fives where you have 2 of them in your hand. So sometimes you get really, really long, lengthy heads up sessions. But of course, the blinds still go up. So eventually, the blinds. It's not really that the best player wins. There's more luck in heads up, but it's funner to play too, for some reason. Okay, so 32, no thanks. So as long as I stay at 140, I'll be 1,000 ahead of him apparently. So, but you can't expect that. That's a hammer again, but you don't want to fold before the flop. So, and since I have position, I throw in a bluff every now and then. Just this ace might scare him off. Okay, so I won with a hammer, which when the person sees, well, you can't see it, but if you ever saw this video. Okay, let's see. That's a check. Okay, I have a flush draw, so I'll bet my flush draw. See, I'm inducing a bunch of folds. Like when someone bets in heads up, you really don't want to call if you have shit. But again, when you have shit, you don't want to fold before the flop. But that's yeah, that I can fold this when you bet that. He seems to be doing his betting where he doesn't do the minimum bet. The minimum bet is 8,000 right now. The minimum bet is always the amount of the big blind. So it's like he's doing it 2 times big blind when he does his betting. So, but as long as you keep it consistent, then you disguise the value of your hand. So there are different ways to play. I mean, different betting styles, but still, you always want to keep your opponent guessing. Yeah. Okay, now he's ahead of me. Now I have 132 and he has 147. I got a pair, so I'm betting my pair. Induced to fold. So now I'm back on top. This is a seesaw. So eventually these blinds are going to go up to 4.5K and 9K. Well, I guess they just did. So this is now counting down to the next time the blinds change. So yeah, he's doing his pretty standard 2 times the blind bet. So maybe I should throw that in myself, but I don't think so. I just want to be consistent. If you're consistent, then the person can't tell what you have if your betting patterns are consistent. So your good hands, you don't bet outrageously. You just come along. All right, so I have an ace, so I'm going to put the question to him. And sometimes you get a cooler situation where you both have a good hand and neither one wants to give it up, and that's typically where the thing can end, when one person goes all in, the other person calls, and if you win and you had the bigger stack, then you've won the whole thing. So I have another gut shot straight draw if an 8 comes. So if it were a 2-ender, I'd do it, but no. So now I'm down again. So it goes up and down. Again, I don't want to fold if I don't have to. Okay, I have a gut shotter. They call it a gutter for short. So I'll go with a gutter for one card. Okay, now he's putting the hammer down. Now he has over twice my stack, so I'm dwindling. And now he's getting bullying territory. So yeah, it's been a long time since I played heads up. So I'm a little rusty on it. Just putting the pressure on him. Yep, gotta fold. Okay, so that helped me a little, but I'm still down. What are we doing over here? Okay, so I'm here. So yeah. So I'll check this. I paired my 2. Oh, big deal, but I'll pretend it's something. He's going to come over the top now. And I'm going to fold. Yeah, I guess you could say the rust is showing on my heads up skills. But hey, what can you say? Been a long time since I came in second also, so it's nothing to sneeze at. All right, I have top pair. I got 2 pair here. I'll do his thing and go double the minimum bet. See what he does. So again, I wasn't very consistent there, so I'm not following my own advice. Okay, so he did something I would almost never do. He folded before the flop without me even making a bet. Okay, he's in bully territory where he can just pull me off everything. So I have to make a stand at some point. He did it again. He folded when he shouldn't have folded, probably. So he's sort of telegraphing his hands, unless he's playing a really sneaky long game. So in a way, you want to bet when the other person doesn't bet, even when you don't have anything, because that can induce folds. So I'm sort of hanging in there by my fingertips. Yeah, he's giving me a lot of free blinds. I don't know why. 30 is too rich for my blood. Yeah, the software in the back of the day used to keep track of all the hand histories, and then unfortunately for the play money now it doesn't do that anymore. But ace four suited, I'll put the question to him. Keep asking him the same question. Okay. So persistence will sometimes pay off. So, but I'm never going to fold if he doesn't bet before the flop. But yeah, so I used to keep track of how long my heads up battles lasted. And sometimes they were over 100 hands. So since I don't, well, I have the stats here, but I didn't check out what happened at the beginning. I mean, what the hand number was at that time. So I just sort of put in a rando bet there, and he. So now I'm over 100, so that's something. I was down to 70 at one point. So this is probably boring for you folks, maybe, but it is kind of. If you're playing it, it's fun, and it's mind games. But it takes a long time to win, but a shorter time to lose. Like I've had when I've lost in heads ups, it's been usually pretty quick. But if okay, what are we doing here? I won with a queen over 10. All right, so I'm now almost in parity with him. So let me put the more questions to him. Watch him fold. He's gonna fold. Why, buddy? Why? Okay, now I'm almost at parity again, so I'll raise him up. Just see what he's made of. Some people they're in a super hurry when they get to heads up and they go all in all over the place. Neither one of us has gone all in yet at all, because there's no limit hold'em. You can do it any time, but we're not doing it. So that might make it boring for you guys, but it makes the battle funner for us. So I paired my 4 on the river. Watch him bet. I'll call it. Oh, he had he had a straight. He had a gutter. All right, ace king is big slick. Big slick, baby. Oh, I would have liked to gotten more chips out of him, but hey, what are you going to do? Yeah, I'm just going to keep betting at him. All right, I'm back down to 70, which is not good. And the blinds are gonna just keep. That's a hammer. I got a hammer. Let's see if I can. No, I'm not gonna win with this hammer. All right, come on now. Come on now. I paired my 6. I'll bet. A pair and heads up is good. Almost like just period. Okay, there's another pair, but he didn't let me play it. So back to another hammer. I'm getting hammered by hammers. Check fold. Yeah, it's the first time I did the pre-betting on that. Okay, and heads up. And you just got to bet every now and then just to keep them honest. And almost every time I've done that, it's worked for me. But sometimes, sometimes it's not going to work. So we'll just see. But I don't think he's getting a read on me because I'm pretty consistent in what I'm doing. I have a gut shot here if a 10 comes. So I'll bet my gut shot, see if it scares him off. Yeah, it did. Huh. Okay, back up to 90s. Yeah, but then the blind's just chewing me up. The big blind now is 12 grand. Crap cakes. So it's meant to end the tournament. The blinds are there to make the okay. I'm gonna go all in with this. First time either one of us has gone all in. Go for it. Oh, he had aces. You're kidding me. I need a queen or a queen only. Nope. No, that's it. That's what you call a cooler, where we both had a hand we were gonna not let go. And what can you do? But I'll take that by losing to Rockets. There's no shame in that. Okay, well, it's been real. It's been fun. I ended up in second place for 641,000. Yes, sir. I shall see you all later.